What is up? It's your boy J&W Boss in the building, and we are here for the final episode of All Out Revolution before World Collide, where All Out Action and All Out Revolution go to war with CTP. But tonight is Big Fight Field here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, especially with the following matches. Kimeko go one-on-one with Gloria Bass in a On Rematch. Gloria is the #1 contender for the AOR Women's Championship, but can she beat Kimeko, someone who got the better of her the last time these two went one-on-one? Kimeko versus Gloria should be an exciting matchup, and I'm sure the women's champion is going to be watching. And then all the AOR roster are going to have their eyes on this one as two of our gauntlet participants go one-on-one in singles action as Brian Dexter faces Kaden Miles. Kaden Miles coming off a victory off CTP's NXT. Can Brian Dexter not only kind of prove why he belongs in this gauntlet match, but prove it against the current global champion? And then a big fight field for the AOR World Championship, RJ Miles versus Jackson Wade. If RJ Miles loses, he cannot challenge for the AOR World Championship as long as Jackson Wade is the champion. Can RJ get the job done, or will Jackson Wade remain on his throne once again? This is a huge opportunity for RJ. Let's hope he doesn't mess it up. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off with some singles action here now. Here's something interesting about this matchup. Andre Richardson, as he makes his way down to the ring, he actually wanted to face a member of the Cabal here tonight for their action against Tony Woods about 2 episodes ago when they speared him into the breaker box and putting him out of action, or preventing him from competing in the tournament with Andre Richardson. So Andre Richardson, he actually wanted a member of the Cabal. However, they are not here. However, Taskmaster, the manager of the Cabal, told Andre that I'm going to give somebody, he could have paid somebody top dollar to be competition for Andre Richardson here tonight. And knowing Taskmaster, I really don't know what that means. I don't know what this man has up his sleeve, but whatever it is, I'm sure Andre needs to be on the lookout for that one. Andre Richardson tried his best to hold it down for his team in what was essentially a handicap match since his partner couldn't compete. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it done, and he won the Cabal tonight, but he's not going to get him. So he's going to get somebody else in their place. Who is it going to be, though? That's the question. They're pacing around Andre. What is this? What? What is it? No. Oh, yeah, that's top dollar. This is top dollar, all right. Here comes the AOR World Champion, Dave. And you know, Dave was talking about on All Out Action when he went face-to-face with Mac Wolf. He was talking about how when you have this championship, there's a reason why he has a lot of the strokes that he does. It's because he's holding that championship, and Taskmaster must have paid him top dollar to come here and essentially destroy Andre. If you really think that this is going to be any type of a fair contest, you are out of your mind. Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Dave is here in All Out Revolution for the first time, but he's here to face Andre Richardson. Now, why is this even right? This got to be bullying in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Are you kidding me? Well, anyway, look at this. Dave's not even wasting time. He's not even taking his... I mean, he took his jacket off, took his chain off, but he's not taking his bandana off. He ain't taking his shirt, nothing. He knows it's about to be a walk in the park for him. And I don't know why the Cabal is here tonight, but Taskmaster's scared. Taskmaster and the rest of the Cabal is scared of what Andre Richardson can do. So of course, you're gonna recruit one of the biggest and baddest dudes out there, and that's the current AOR World Champion in Dave. Oh man. And this is unfortunately not the way we wanted to get started, but we're gonna have to. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is J&W Boss. I'd like to welcome you guys to another edition of All Out Revolution. At any point you feel so inclined, feel free to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and also click the bell icon. That way you don't miss another AOA and AOR upload, and especially that way you don't miss Worlds Collide. It'll be coming up soon, where again, once and for all, we will get rid of the CTP problem. From my understanding, no members of the CTP are in the building tonight, so hopefully the show will go off without incident here, but I mean, but Dave is in the building clearly. Excuse me, and taking the fight. Or not really taking the fight. Beating down Andre Richardson. I mean, this is not even right. Oh, man. Putting him down, straight into the cover. This is over right here. And then I gotta commend Andre Richardson. He's a fighter. I'll give him that. He's without question. Without question, a fighter. Oh my! Punched him right across the mouth. And then Dave really not gonna let him go anywhere and just gonna continue. Just the vicious attack. This is a beating here. This is just a straight beating of Andre Richardson. Just went face first right into the steel step. You know, Taskmaster proud of this. But you also know Tony Wood, wherever he may be, was probably furious at this whole thing. And no, wait a second. Now Dave grabbing the steel step. Let me come on. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. You out-muscle this man by close to 200 pounds at this point. Knocking down the referee. Come on, man. Come on, Dave. Dude, you out-muscle this man by close to 200 pounds. There is literally no need for any of this. And no, wait a second. No, look at Dave. Got him up. Last ride him right on the step. Man. That is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And all because Taskmaster didn't want the Cabal to get in the ring with Andre Richardson after what they did to his partner Tony Wood. Oh man! I mean, come on, Dave. Just end it. You can end this right now, man. Come on. You didn't even have to. You could have just went for the pin there. You didn't even have to plan it with that, that Uranagi, rock bottom, whatever you want to call it. Dominator. This is over. This is it. Please just end it. Come on, Rev, get down there. Come on. All right, there we go. And now Dave's letting up the cover. Kind of grilling the referee. And now, oh wait, come on. Now we're gonna throw the ref outside the ring. Now what did Dave got to prove here? Dave is the world champion. Dave is the AOR World Champion. What does he really have to prove by doing all of this to Andre Richardson, a man who just wanted a match with the Cabal? I hope this money was worth it, Dave. I really hope this money was worth it. Come on, no, just leave him alone. Dominator on the chair this time. And we got no referee because Dave knocked the ref out earlier. There we go. Now we got one. Look at Dave. He's trying to just intimidate the referee again. He's sitting there glaring at him. He's sitting there, probably telling him, "Hey, come on, man. I've been waiting on you. Where have you been at this whole time?" And Dave know good and well that wouldn't make a difference. He could pin him right here if he wanted to, but he's gonna continue to viciously attack him, folding Andre in half. Just come on. On the chair. We need to get that chair out of the ring for one. Let's start there first. We need to get this chair out of the ring. They ever get enough is enough, man. Dave probably didn't even care about winning this match either. Oh, man, for the second time. This is not right. This is not right. Come on, just end the match already. Enough is enough, man. You've done enough to the man. You hardly got an ounce of offense since the start of this thing. All this what? Just for a paycheck? Just for a little extra money in your pocket. That's what you're gonna do this for? Dominator again. This is over. Please. That was on the steel chair. I don't even. Just end the match. That's all I'm asking. Just end the match. Referee, yeah, don't worry about the chair. Just get this man out of here. Get him to a hospital or some type. Dave wins. If it was a shock to anyone, Dave wins. I have to get some water for that one. That was absolutely absurd. I mean, there was no reason. There was no rhyme or reason for any of that. Cabal, they're going to get there. They're going to get there. They may have, the little laugh and celebrate whatever tonight, but they're going to get there. I can promise you. Wait a second. Here comes Jackson Wade. Here comes the AOR World Champion. What the world is he doing out here? I mean, I'm sure knowing him, he probably doesn't care about what happened to Andre Richardson, but what in the world is the AOR World Champion doing out here? Big man on face to face. Now try to pick him from on your own side. Yo, you think that was supposed to impress us or something? You coming in here toying around with Andre Richardson and all of a sudden you act like you own the place. Well, you need to watch yourself around here, you hear me? Well, here's the thing you need to know about me, Jackson. Every ring I step into, it is my house. Whether it's all-out action or all-out revolution, everywhere I go, it's my house. So don't worry, kid. You will one day get to my level. Boy, who do you think you're talking to? One day get to your level? I'm at your level right now. And I did it in less time than it took you. What, it took you a whole season to finally win a world championship? And then when you do and do the corrupt official and corrupted management, I break people. I destroy people. You might want to watch yourself next time. Next time? How about you show up to All Out Action? And we can let that next time happen right there. Yes, please. You versus me. Yes, please. You know what? After I erase RJ from my life real quick, I'll take you up on that. And it's just going to be you and me. I'm not even going to bring the rest of Top Class Warriors with me. Just you and me, one-on-one. On All Out Action, you got it. I am down for that. These two big men hooking up on All Out Action. You sign me up. With Jackson Wade holding his ground. Then they're saying, hey, tell him the big man, hey, you know, you don't intimidate me, none of that, man. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up, again, as I mentioned, coming up later tonight, it will be Kimeko versus Gloria Bass in a Live On rematch. Again, these two women locked up before. Back in AOR Live On. I can't wait to see what these two do once again. Whenever they lock up again. I mean, I'm sure the women's champion, she's gonna be watching this one. And in fact, I was wrong. I was wrong if that later tonight. It's right now. Let's get it on. This is gonna be one heck of a matchup. I can promise you that much. There we go. Gloria Bass, as I mentioned before, the current #1 contender for the AOR Women's Championship, and from my understanding, that match will be added to the Breaking Boundary card. So, that Breaking Boundary, there will be Gloria Bass versus Carmen for the AOR Women's Championship. The graphic media team is currently working on that, so expect at some point you will see the graphic for that match, making that matchup official from a visual standpoint. But nonetheless, I'm sure Gloria is not going to, she's excited for that. I bet money she's excited for that. She's been waiting for that opportunity. Ever since she got here to AOR, ever since she locked up with Carmen the first time. And especially after she kind of got lied to by Jackson Wade and as far as how that opportunity was going to be given. But nonetheless, she made it through. She's going to get her opportunity, and here comes Kimeko, someone who recently fell short to Carmen in probably the closest attempt we've seen at someone taking that women's championship off of Carmen, but just ever so short did Kimeko fall in that matchup. It was such a competitive contest back at Last Stand, and Kimeko was she almost had it. I mean, safe to say she almost had it. She wasn't able to do it there, but she bounced back recently. And let's see if she can continue here. Bounce back, and we got a little bit of twirl about things, and Kimeko though, psyched up and ready to go. And here we go, matchup is underway. I'm sure these two women are setting each other up, just to know each other so well. As I mentioned before, they Live On rematch, and at the time that match was taking place, Kimeko was just returning from being out with injury for a good while, and Gloria, you can say she was on the rise to becoming, potentially, I thought she was going to be next in line for the women's title. But I guess that loss at Live On must have definitely set her back. Powerful knee right to the ribs from Gloria. Second time again. That's when she's exerting her power with a much smaller Kimeko, and I say that with all due respect to her. I'm sure that Kimeko kind of will take things a little bit wider. We'll take things from a little bit more of a, a less rushed, standpoint. You can say at Live On, she came back and had something to prove. And this time, these two are definitely in a much different competitor. Been through a lot since then. And if you are Kimeko in this one, you're trying to buy your time here. I mean, Gloria, she's as focused and driven, as determined as we've ever seen her with a powerful forearm, dropping down Kimeko. Kimico's in a world of trouble here. Has been looking good for her, at least over the past couple of minutes, especially with this power game from Gloria continue to elevate as she just military press slams her deadlifter. Talk about getting into your opponent's head in that regard as well. And look at that, Gloria got Kimeko in trouble. Look at the look of fear on her face as she knew what was about to happen. I mean, we saw that look of peril on the face of Kimeko. And Gloria's not going to let up here, going in with those haymakers in the corner. And look at it, she tried to hang on, but got caught with a powerbomb for her effort. I mean, we saw the look of fear, we saw that look of peril on the face of Kimeko there. And now, Gloria again just continuing to toss around Kimeko. Let's not act like Kimeko falling off. If I know anything about Kimeko got the ability to take a licking and keep on ticking. We've seen her. And she kicked out at one right there, surprisingly. But then again, it is pretty early in this matchup, so I'm not too shocked. These two women have only been going for a couple of minutes, as I mentioned before. Kimiko's been through a lot already. Just a short time here in AOR. Maybe on back. Oh man. Being back on AOR episode 2, if I'm correct, 2 or 3. So she's been around AOR for a minute here. And Kimeko got some space there, catches their middle rope spear, straight into the cover. And they kick out at one from Gloria, giving that was the first amount of offense. I'm not too shocked there, but Kimeko ran into a brick wall at the hand of, Gloria. And Gloria, again, continuing that assault. Not letting up. Letting up in the slightest. And she's probably in the back of her mind thinking about her, someone that was a partner to her in Haley Victor, who you can say turned on her really back at the Onslaught pay-per-view after the successful tag match, and she might be successful here. Airy crash putting down Kimeko. That might be a wrap right there. 2. Oh wow, so close. Yet so far away, but Gloria not going to let that phase her. I mean, she probably knew the toughness she was getting into. East Rutherford is on their feet for this one because they know they're kind of witnessing the AOR women that is bested. And they're going to continue to get the offense in great form. Look at this. Gloria got dumped to the outside. Look at Kimeko about to make some flight here. Beautiful work. Beautiful, flying over the top. And that's allowed Gloria or Kimeko the chance to get some more offense in, running elbow all across the midsection there. Great angling, great positioning. Gonna go for it again, and that time from a little bit short there, kind of smacking the arm against the mat. And good job on Kimeko instantly getting back into things here, getting back into the ring here. Oh! Super slam, putting her down, and now Gloria's on the back foot once again. Down goes Gloria. Kimiko's chance is. Kimeko got a chance. To rally a good bit of offense if she can rally something. She's not letting that happen here. Great up and over. Great up and over by Kimeko. Kimeko looking to roll her up. There might be a wrap right here. Way too close to the rope. Bit too close to the rope. Ooh, there's one uppercut. Great uppercut right in the jaw. Chopping her down. Chopping Chopping it down the side. They're running these strikes. Kimeko now trying to use her striking game, trying to use her quickness to her advantage. Buster. All right, never mind. See, go ahead. Use a little bit of that strength. See, she got it. 2. And they kick out at 2. Kimeko been drained. These two women have been putting on a clinic once again with each other. I had a feeling that this was going to be an exciting one, especially with Gloria having a little bit more to prove here. And look at that. Oh, wow. That's the Nito. Down goes Gloria. Buster again, second time in a row. For Kimeko, straight into the cover. 2, that might be it here. No, only 2.5. How close was that? I was thinking about that red arrow, looking to end this one right now. She's used that red arrow pretty effectively. That's nice. She kind of wants her to get up to her feet here. Great missile drop kick by Kimeko. To the midsection. Like jawbreaker. Now go Gloria straight into the cover. Way close to the rope, but it's not a rope break apparently. And Gloria able to get out of that. You can argue, you don't know if she was a little bit further over, that would have been a rope break, but here we go, red arrow. Look at that, Gloria getting the knees up. Great work there. Gloria now continuing. She knows now she got a wide open lane here to continue the assault to Kimeko. Beautiful exploder suplex. Putting Kimeko down, and now suplex. Oh! Nasty looking suplex. Gonna go for a kick to the midsection. Kimeko was able to counter it. A kick to the midsection from Gloria. Kick to the midsection again. Oh! That's a mouth. Yeah. Ooh! Went to the rib. Shots over and over. Looking to continue. Ooh. Good work. Kimeko able to counter. Up to the rope. And up and over. Nice. I'm thinking Gloria's own momentum and using it against her. Straight into the cover off of that. I don't blame her. Not a bad idea. 2. Oh, man. That was close. 2.5 here. Kimeko is getting the best of Gloria here. Now he's trying to stretch her out, but yeah, a bit too much power there on the part of Gloria to allow that to happen. Ooh. Oh, man. Hit to the midsection, following it up. Uh-oh. I've been a minute than we've seen her do these. This triple elbow right to the heart of Kimeko. Trying to drive the heart out of her here, but you know Kimeko isn't gonna let that slide. Look at that, Yakuza cutter. Straight into the cover. This might be over here. 2. Whew. Man, what a counter. Hit right hand there. Hit right hand again. Ooh, that went to the back. Went to the back again. Send her on. Oh, fine for right to the corner. Exploder suplex again. Gloria's not feeling it. She's feeling it. She feels like she got this thing. She can wrap this thing up. Kimeko's in trouble. Kimeko's in a world of trouble. She's now staggering back to her feet. That spins around. Gets caught with a forearm. Wait a minute. Look at Gloria. Full steam ahead. Clothesline her to the outside. Great job right there. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This isn't looking too good. Look at this. Kimeko in a world of trouble, getting tossed on the floor. Man. Brutal work. Tossing her to the floor. We're now getting back on the inside. This might be over for Kimeko. This definitely might be a wrap right here, and no, it is not. I'm telling you, that heart we've been talking about all matchup shining through, and especially this late in the game. And look at it, trying to go for a body slam there. Couldn't get it. Look at that great flat rider there from Kimeko. Now going up again. Maybe thinking about that red arrow. He is, and oh! For the second time, Gloria got the knees up. Maybe Kimeko was trying to collect herself on that top rope and took a bit too much time there. Got right to the midsection from Kimeko. It's forearm. Tries to go for like an overhand strike almost. Kind of got it. Ooh, it's forearm. Uh-oh. Here we go. Flash in the corner. Runs it back. Flash again. Uh-oh. Oh, man, we've seen this combination. We've seen what she's about to go for. She needs 5, y'all. Got the second. She might have it. Got the third. Uh-oh. You might want to call it a wrap for the fourth. She needs 5. Is she going to get it? She got the 5th one. She got 5, got the splash, got the 5, and now you might just drop the base on this one. You might want to probably drop the bases this one. Wait, what the hell is she doing? Not to the. Kimeko rolling. Kimeko having to roll to her stomach. I don't know if that was on instinct, but wait a minute. Kimeko was ready. Gloria took a bit too long to position herself. Arm drag off the top rope. Arm drag off the top rope. Kimeko going back up here. She might be able to bring it home. Here we go. Red arrow. She got it. First red arrow connects. Finally, she gets the way. She's going back up for the second time. She's going back up second time. Red arrow. Beautiful work. She finally connects it. Is it going to be over? And it is. And it is. Gloria cannot seem to snap the curse known as Kimeko, as she is now 2-0 against Gloria. What a win. What a concept. I knew these women would deliver, and they delivered, putting on a tremendous concept. And you gotta wonder what, I mean, I know Gloria's probably focused on bigger and better things, and both women are leaving the arena now. We kind of move on to our next matchup. But what does that say for the psyche of Gloria after losing to the same person twice? After losing to the same person twice, and even Kimeko couldn't beat the women's champion. I'm just saying. But what a contest those two ladies have put on. And we will definitely be following up with all three of these women, with both of those women at some point. And I say all three because I was referring to my women's champion at the same time. But we move on now to tag team action. And by the way, good job, guys, on just cutting to the crowd. Not doing the old blackout thing. Good job. I like that. They keep that. Anyway, we're trying some new stuff around there. If y'all like it, let us know. There you go. Oh, y'all know the whole deal. Comment, all that fun stuff. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to move on to some tag team action here. As Two Squad Up is set to face, the Millenium Riders in tag team action. And then we do know it will be Two Squad Up versus the Twisted Disciples in the final of the AOA Tag Team Championship tournament, where the winning team will go on to face the Black Assassins for the AOA Tag Team title. And that match will be taking place at Breaking Boundaries. Can't wait to see that match. That match should be a clinic of a matchup. And I'm gonna say it like this: if you are the Millenium Riders, this is a golden opportunity for you guys as well, because these two here, they will be facing the AOR Tag Team Champions, whoever that may be, at Breaking Boundaries for those AOR Tag Team Championships. I can promise you this, the Millenium Riders, definitely a team that got a lot of upside. A lot of people say they are the future of tag team wrestling, and we will see. I mean, we saw Gloria earlier. We just saw her, but unfortunately take a loss to Kimeko. So the last thing these two need to be is losing at this point. But then again, both teams got a lot to gain. Both teams got a lot to gain and lose in this matchup. And JB and Sean Walter, or Sean, the other one, Brian. Sean and JB starting it off, and a little flash here between the two. Before we get started, here we go. And I'm sure you guys know how All Out Revolution tag matches are. It's kind of our thing here, you know. All Out Revolution, All Out Action, you know these tag matches are. And given the two teams involved, this one will be no different. Again, still our main event tonight is his last chance for the AOR World Championship. Oh, trying to go for a spin kick right there. Everyone Paradise, you may say. Oh, it doesn't work there. Trying to go for it again and miss. It'll work out there. Ooh, kick right to the face, JB. Former AOR World Champion. That money probably looking to get that World Championship back around his waist at some point. And I should probably also mention that, ladies and gentlemen, we will also be hearing from Ashley Knight. We'll actually be hearing from Ashley Knight from a remote location. Apparently, it's not going to be on video because I think it could be the privacy reason. But we'll be hearing from Ashley Knight momentarily. I'm sure she's probably going to address Chloe in the last woman standing challenge that she made not too long ago. Great cutter there. And look at that swanton bomb. Beautiful, beautiful tandem offense by the Millenium Riders. That's kind of what they've been known for. Big Matt doing a good job stepping in there. Oh, side slam taking down Brian. But look at that. Oh! Boy, they're on taking down Big Matt, telling Big Matt to get out of here. But look at this. Look at JB with the face buster. Beautiful work right there. Great job with the face buster. Straight into the cover here. JB might have it already and only have a 2 count. The thing I was saying about JB was a former AOR World Champion, lost it to RJ Miles, who lost it to Jackson Wade. Again, the main event, again, last chance for the AOR World Championship, Jackson Wade versus RJ Miles. So you're probably wondering, JB may have a little bit of a vested interest in that matchup, but right now his focus is on, well, doing what he can to win this tag match against the Millenium Rider, making the tag. Here comes Big Mac. Welcome in, Big Mac, and I'm sure he's going to be looking for a little bit of revenge here of that poison rider that he suffered earlier at the hand of Sean just a minute ago. Ooh. And high overhead belly suplex. And the 2 squad up, I mean, they've been looking great ever since they came back to All Out Revolution. And the Millenium Riders stumbled a little bit after Live On, but wait a second. I don't think it's the 1 count there. They stumbled a little bit. Tag made to Brian. Drop kick. I'll finish my point in a minute. I know I can tell this action about to kick up a minute here. And Big Mac putting a stop to all of that Brian was doing. Uh-oh. This might be over right here. Choke slam. Putting down Brian straight into the cover. Only a kick out at 1. I mean, that's a pretty powerful move on the part of Big Mac, but given the fact that Brian is literally the freshest man in this matchup up to this point, I'm not surprised there. But I was saying the Millenium Riders have stumbled a little bit since Live On, losing the ladder match to crown the first ever AOR Tag Team Champion. Lost that match, but fortunately they get a chance again. They get another chance at breaking boundaries. Are they gonna make it count this time? You find out as the time goes along here. Tag is made. Maybe back in the mix, and look at the tandem offense, a great back and forth. And JB, I know JB's happy to get a little bit more offense going here, because for about a couple of weeks he was struggling with a knee injury that was still lingering with him from the last stand. And look at that, they're flying over the top here. Look at it. Oh, flew a little bit too far out and missed his target. Back suplex on the floor. Man, that's a nasty landing if you're Brian Walter. I'm talking about something that's not going to help your chances, especially in a match, especially against a team like a 2 squad up. The brawler in JB, the powerhouse in Big Mac, and that great athleticism there from JB with the face buster. JB, call him up to his feet. Off the rope, here we go. Oh, great counter there. Great counter there. Put him right into the corner. Tag has been made. Uh-oh. Oh, man, here we go. Here we go. Beautiful work by the Millenium Riders. Shawn now going up top. Excellent double team Going up top, looking to capitalize even more. Double rotation, moves off the line. Now let's get flashy with the people in New Jersey. Oh, and a kick at it too. Man, that was close. This is the first match back for the Millenium Riders since their matchup with their matchup with the Cabal. They're kind of been sitting back, scouting Wolfpack more than likely. They've been training, from my understanding. They've been during their time off. They've been training. They've been watching tape. They've been studying Wolfpack. Going way back in the vault for some of their stuff. Well, hopefully all that training stuff can prepare them for their match at Breaking Boundary. JB now having to kind of crawl on hands and knees to his partner. And Sean's not going to let that happen. As I mentioned before, I knew these two teams were going to put on something great, and they're doing it here. Handspring cutter, down goes JB. Here we go, they're going to sling him off into the corner again. Stiff right hand. Tag is made. Here comes Brian. Uh-oh. Look at that. Nice work. Nice work. JB now in a world of trouble. Straight into the cover. Straight into the cover here. Big Mac able to break things up. Big Mac able to break things up. Nice job. JB still on the back foot. Got caught with a drop kick. Almost instantly. And him off into the corner. Not a bad idea. He's firing up. I see you. And here we go, trying to go for a drop kick in the corner. That missed. Back suplex, that missed. And wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Big Mac pulling down the bottom rope, or pulling down the top rope necessarily. Not the most legal thing at all. What's that about? Anyways, though, I think Brian looks like he's not about to let that slide here, taking the fight to Big Mac for that. When you gonna do my partner dirty, I'll do the same thing. How they see it, I don't blame them. That was a bit dirty on the part of Big Mac there. But then again, we've seen time and time again, she's brought up and ain't afraid to bend the rules to the will if the situation called for. And I guess in that case, it felt the situation called for it, and Big Mac kind of got dealt with for that. And JB is still in trouble, so what did that really solve? Look right to the midsection. Yep. Hand him off. Look at that. Canadian stuff. Beautiful work. Sunrise, Canadian stuff, whatever you call it, putting in work. Two. Oh, Big Mac able to break things up. Good job there, but maybe he needs to make a tag like now. Like right now. This isn't looking too good for him now. Going off into the corner, tag made. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. Look at him using. Oh, look at that. Look at them using three squads, don't move against them. Go for the cover off of that. Talk about the level of disrespect you got to go through. Well, they ain't doing it the way two squad up does it. So, I mean, yeah. It worked, you can say. It worked, you can say, because Big Mac, he got that, he can power the two. So he's usually the one doing the Samoan drop or something along the line of that. That's why that move is so effective. And look at this, look at JB. He's starting to add this submission to his arsenal ever since Live On. He's been adding this submission to his arsenal. Is it gonna work here? He got Sean in a world of trouble right about now. Harder than trouble. He needs to get out of this thing. And he does. Right elbow. Ooh, look elbow right to the face there. And over super kick, great counter. Gonna go back to the well again with this, and he is. It is back to the well with it. Locked it in again, and this time, maybe he just left it up. Feels it. You feeling it. Might have choke shot out. That's all I'm concerned. Back in the midsection. Tag. Uh-oh. Now this is how you do it right. Oh, man. Rolls a little bit reverse there in that regard. But it's still working. Look at that. Not even allowing the cover to be made. And wait a minute now. This isn't looking too good for Big Mac, who's on the floor. And wait a minute. Look at this. Through the middle rope DDT. Through the middle rope with a tornado DDT. Talk about a way to put your opponent down for the time being, and now JB brawling with Brian. They're looking too good for Sean, who gets dumped right on the apron. Oh man. He brought up and get vicious, no doubt about it. And they got vicious right there. This might be a wrap here. I mean, you get dumped on the apron like that. I don't know how much more they're really going to be in your tank after this one. Tag is made. Well, second time in a row. Yep. Oh, they got it. And now JV shuffling, doing his thing, and almost on instinct, you can say, Sean tried to rise back up to his feet, but that ain't about to happen. Well, but before while it lasted, if you're Sean Walter, everything getting dumped on that apron, has not been able to get any type of offense going. And two squad up, third time might be a wrap. It's going to be a charm, third time with a wrap here. That was good. That's a wrap. You can almost guarantee that's the wrap. Okay, they're really trying to put a nail in the coffin here. Running power slam now. I mean, Big Mac used that as a finish. That's not hesitating. It's not mixed words here. Big Mac does use that to put his opponent away. So this is just overkill at this point. Oh yeah, knock him off the apron. All right, cool. That settles that. That settles that problem. And now, deadlift again. Big Mac deadlifted him. Deadlift power slam. That's it. That gotta be it. Tag finisher with two deadlift power. That's a wrap, man. That's a wrap. Dang. I think the Millenium Riders were doing so good, but then the second Sean got slammed off that apron. That was it, man. Must have knocked the wind out of him. And given everything else they already went through in that matchup, rough way to go. But two squad up, picking up the win, going into their matchup. Going into their future matchup at Breaking Boundaries. Both teams looked pretty good in that matchup. The two squad up came up with the win. So we'll see where that puts the Millenium Riders mentally if they, How convenient. Throughout this tournament, Big Mac carried the load, leaving JB to pick up the scraps. How convenient that it was JB who entered the AOR Championship tournament when Big Mac, it could have been you. How convenient that in the biggest matches in JB's career, JB did not want you there, Big Mac. And he didn't want you there simply because he wanted the glory for himself. And it's going to be both of your internal struggles that will lead to your external failures, because JB, deep down inside, you are selfish and conceited. But Big Mac, deep down inside, you are hungry and desperate. But that won't be enough to defeat us, because at Breaking Boundaries, we will be one step closer to putting the tag team division in its proper place by making you two and then the tag team champions fade away. I accept. You challenge me to a last woman standing match at Breaking Boundaries, then I accept. And you see, if you're wondering why this is coming through way of audio, it's because your challenge had my whole family asking me, do you accept the challenge? What are you going to say to her? And to get them off my back about it, I decided to address it in front of them. I told everybody to be quiet. And out of their privacy, I'm not going to put them on video. But if you don't think I'm a person of my word, I will gladly show up to that arena and I will tell you firsthand that I accept. So, until I see you, keep my name out of your mouth. Because if you do, when I do show back up, you and I are going to have a problem. But until then, I'll see you when I get back, and I'll definitely be seeing you at Breaking Boundaries. So allow me a word from the Twisted Disciples. And I actually seem to accept the last woman standing challenge. You know things are getting out of hand when when your family is sitting there questioning you on what the word you're gonna do regarding this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our co-main event of the evening. As our two gauntlet participants, two gauntlet representatives for AOR go one-on-one here tonight. And the purpose of this is just to see where everybody's headspace is. Let's see the type of fire that these two bring to each other. I mean, we heard a little bit of tension going on between these two. Earlier in the week, we kind of heard their words there. I mean, towards each other and about this gauntlet matchup, especially someone like the Brian who talk about an open opportunity. I mean, how impressive do you have to be that early on in your career? You already having a match of this magnitude? That's some big time pressure here. That is still cool to look at. But anyway, that's big time pressure there for Brian Dexter. Debuted against Brandon and now already have a massive opportunity in front of him to compete in a gauntlet match representing All Out Action and All Out Revolution. Yes, there's not a whole lot of AOR representation, but these two, I'm sure they're going to hold it down. They're going to do a great job here for All Out Revolution. Apparently the reason is mainly All Out Action oriented for the gauntlet match because CTP has mainly been targeting All Out Action. And AOR wants to help, yes. But they're not too involved. They haven't been too involved with the whole thing with CTP. Other than our tag teams at least. But hey. Here comes our global champion, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Caden Miles, the AOR global champion who actually picked up a victory on CTP's NXT defeating Dynamite. I'm just defeating Dino Man in one-on-one action. And I bet you money he's going to go to World Collide in that gauntlet match and do the exact same thing there. I don't like Kaden. He's a loudmouth talk. He really, really is. He showed up for us at CTV the next day. So thank you, Mr. Caden Miles. Do it again at Live On. What am I talking about? Do it again at World Collide and we'll be in business, bro. Do it again at World Collide. You showed up at CTV the next day. Do it at World Collide. Same for you, Brian. Same for you. So we're going to see how these two guys, we're going to see where these two guys' headspace is at. We're going to see where their headspace is at. Brian Dexter, Kaden Miles, let's rock and roll. Talking about a massive matchup. They counted there. Look at Kaden. Already on the back foot here. Look at that combination from Brian. Wow. Beautiful. Ooh. Look right to the back. I don't think Kaden was expecting this out of Brian in the early stages there. Talk about being in a very, very high position. You are Kaden Miles in this one. He right there sending them to the outside. Then again, Brian has been. He's been in some fights in his lifetime. He's been in some fights in his days. He lost to Brian Japan. So I can definitely see, why he's adapted to AOR soon. I don't think anybody in AOR have been through some stuff like that. At least in that regard. So there you go. I think guys, this was a dream of theirs. Some people have been through some rough stuff in their lifetime. Too squad up as they talked about on very few occasions, but someone like Brian, I don't think that's the thing. Is Kaden Miles are going to go ahead and say the heck with it. I'm going to take this count-out victory, and immediately get back in the ring. Brian does a smart thing, but Kaden doing a smart thing in his own right, immediately taking advantage. This is the type of, I kind of like this matchup. I mean, you could say, well, this isn't the wild thing. This is going to cause tension between the two. Well, yeah, you're right. It could. But I'm going to say this. I bet you money the issues that they got with CTP is going to oversee that. I mean, if Austin Wallace and Sean Wright can somehow come together and work together, then I'm sure these two can probably do the same thing, even though, Kaden may take most of the credit and all this stuff, but I can give credit to Brian here, because look at the power shown by Brian Dexter taking down the global champion. Brian's on his A game. I'll give you that. Straight into the cover here. 2 and a kick out at 2. And coming up next is the World Championship match. And by the way, I should probably mention that match between Dave and Jackson Wade. It's official. You're into the jaw. Oh! This is clothesline right there. Alright, it's putting in work. Here we go. Stomp kick to the midsection. And look at that. What a curve stomp. Putting down the global champion. Dexter's on a roll. Getting the crowd behind him. He's feeling it. He's feeling this one. He's on one tonight. Oh! It's Buster putting him down straight into the cover instantly. 2. Oh, I kick out at 2, and I like the positioning. Brian positioning himself in between the referee and Caden. Even if he did have a rope break, referee wouldn't have noticed it. That's the 4th and Caden. The kick out on his own fruition. Oh, beautiful clothesline. Stiff, hard hitting, bone rattling clothesline from Caden Miles. And Caden, he's picking up his aggression a bit too. I mean, you notice Austin Kazari not out here with him, at least tonight anyways. Because, most likely he feels like he got something to prove on his own. You know what I'm saying? He wants to prove that, hey, he can hang in there. He can roll. He can roll when it's time to roll. And World Collide is going to definitely be the time to roll. And tonight he needs to do that against Brian Dexter. Caden Miles only suffering 1 loss since entering AOR here. 2-0. Man, he kicked out at 2. Or at least 1 single loss by that, mind you. He only suffered 1 single loss in his AOR career, and that was to Derek Walker, who he claimed cheated, and he didn't, but all right. But then he lost a tag match, but so far as records go in AOR, he got one of the cleanest. Him and Jackson, probably between him and Jackson Wade, got some of the cleanest records. There you go. Now wait a second, look at this, that back breaker. No slam back breaker. Down goes Brian Dexter, straight into the cover. There's only a 2 2 count. Caden Miles is not going to let this up. Kick right to the spine there. And it going up to the top. This isn't really his wheelhouse. I don't know about this. Oh, he got caught. Oh, he got caught right into a power slam. And wait a minute. Brian got him up over his shoulder. F5 dropping him into the mat. Driving him right to the mat. Got caught with a power slam. Immediately to that F5 and he got him. Brian picked up the win over the global champion. Wow. And I had to feel something was wrong here. Caden went to the top rope instantly. In my mind, I said, that ain't good. That's not good at all, actually. And it wasn't. And Brian picked up the win over the global champion. That is amazing. Beautiful job, Brian Dexter. And if these two, and let me say something, if these two can bring that fire that they brought tonight to World Collide, CTP, you in trouble. CTP about to get smoked. Good job, Brian. Good job, man. See, you know what? I'm not even mad at Kenny. He lost tonight, but he held it down. But speaking of holding things down, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a glance back here at the matchup between Jackson Wade and RJ Miles. And RJ Miles, I would say he tried to do his best to hold things down, but for that AOR World Championship. But this match here was really it was really kind of a one-sided affair. I mean, Jackson Wade was just on his A game throughout this entire contest. suplexing him, and you see here bouncing his head off the turnbuckle repeatedly. This match really did not go RJ Miles' way at all. As I mentioned, I'm trying to say all this stuff without sounding like a broken record, but it was pretty one-sided. But RJ did have his moment, and there were a couple of times where I thought RJ was actually going to pull this thing off here. The mile-long ride, and then you can just only imagine the frustration that was taking place on RJ when he realized that wasn't it. But then ever since this moment here, the match just went just completely downhill. Just watch this. Oh man, that was just nasty. Just tossing him to the outside, threw him back in the ring, bulldozed him, speared him, and then made him tap out right here to the accordion rack. And ladies and gentlemen, that was then, and that's how Jackson Wade became the AOR World Champion. But the question is, can that momentum carry over? Because ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. RJ Miles versus Jackson Wade. Jackson Wade gave RJ Miles one last chance to win the World Championship. If RJ loses tonight, it'll be the last time that RJ Miles get the challenge for the AOR World Championship, as long as Jackson Wade is the champion. It's the holder of that championship. So East Rutherford, I'm sure, is about to be on their feet for this one. RJ Miles is making his way down to the ring. He's ready. I'm guaranteeing you on that. As the crowd awaits the challenger and their hometown hero, Mr. RJ Miles, won the championship back at Last Stand. He won the title back at Last Stand in a grueling submission match against JB, but then was attacked by Brandino, then was attacked by Johnny Evil and Simon Ortiz, better known as the Black Assassins. And then Jackson Wade revealed to be the culprit, thus hailing the group known as Top Class Warriors. And they have been a thorn in the side of RJ Miles, and really this whole AOR roster, let's put it blunt. Really been a thorn in the side of RJ Miles and this entire AOR roster, and their strategy to weaken RJ worked. The strategy to weaken RJ with this bounty stuff worked. And it worked because Jackson Wade at Onslaught won the AOR World Championship. That was their plan. That was the whole plan. And it worked. And now we await the champion. And I think it's pretty crystal clear that this New Jersey crowd is not going to be cheering for the world champion. This is his first defense since winning the world championship about 4 weeks ago. And I'm sure tonight he's looking to be making a successful first defense. But I will applaud Jackson in the fact that this was his doing. There was an episode where he actually took control for the night. And since he took control, he gave RJ this opportunity. And I think he's doing this, in my opinion, I think he's doing this because of, he doesn't want to deal with RJ anymore. He knows RJ's going to keep being a pest to him. He knows RJ's going to keep, gunning him for this world championship. So he gave RJ this opportunity, gave him 3 weeks to prepare for it, and say, yo, you and me in 3 weeks for this AOR World Championship. If he wins, he gets to move on with his career. But if Jackson retains, RJ can't challenge anymore as long as he's a champion. So Jackson Wade is trying to get rid of his challenger one piece of the puzzle at a time. You almost got to commend him for it. But in the back part of his mind, ladies and gentlemen, I can say the next episode, let me say this. Whoever wins this match better be paying very close attention to the next episode. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of next episode will be the gauntlet match to crown the #1 contender for the AOR World Championship. And that match will take place at Breaking Boundaries. So whoever wins here got about 5 or 6 other guys they got to pay attention to. 5 or 6 guys to pay attention to as far as that other gauntlet match is concerned. I'm sure they're probably in the back part of these guys' minds. They will deal with it when they deal with it. But right now they got to deal with each other. Potentially for the last time, depending on the results of this matchup. Let's get it on, man. RJ Miles, the challenger. As I mentioned before, the former AOR World Champion lost it to Jackson Wade, and we heard him earlier in the week. You know good and well he's going to want to do anything and everything he can to get that title back in his possession. Jackson Wade, the champion. He's been very brutal, very cunning, very manipulative, as you can say, in the way that he's gone about it. And admittedly, you may not like it, but his plan, his strategy, worked to perfection. And you can say at Onslaught, what happened at Onslaught was really just, it was just him asserting his dominance. That was a really one-sided matchup between Jackson Wade and RJ Miles. And I wonder if tonight is going to be more of the same. AOR World title on the line. Here we go. This is our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed up to this point, because something tells me it's about to be a showdown, and let's get it on. Main event's underway, and already, this match is starting the exact same way the Onslaught match did. Oh, man. Boot right to the face that time. RJ bouncing off the rope there. And if you're RJ Miles, this is not the type of deja vu you want. And Jackson is starting this match off in very dominating fashion, just like he did the previous one. RJ, Jackson's not going to live up, especially now that he feels he got something to prove, not just to himself, not just to all these fans, but he feels he got something to prove now to the AOA World Champion, who's probably still watching this matchup. That's after he got hit face earlier. And I know apparently, from my understanding, yes, again, that match is official between Jackson Wade and Dave taking place on this episode of AOA. Oh, man. Beautiful work right there, tossing him down. Oh, God. Jackson Wade is just, he's dominating this matchup. This match is really all in his wheelhouse. Just from the word go, Jackson Wade has been dominant. I think Jackson Wade is doing this to, as I mentioned, prove a point to himself. Goodness. And Onslaught wasn't a fluke, because people kept saying, people were talking and saying how Jackson Wade is the only reason he won that match is because RJ wasn't at 100% due to all the other attacks and stuff he went through. That's what the thing that people were saying coming out of Onslaught, that Jackson winning was a fluke. Jackson winning was this, that, and the third. But I think Jackson has proven tonight, any doubters he may have, that RJ, that Onslaught wasn't a fluke. As you see it clearly, this match is starting the exact same way the previous encounters were. 5 foot right into the corner, shoulder first right into the midsection. Now wait a second, this isn't looking too good there. RJ just got blasted with an elbow right into the cover too, and it's a 2 count. And Jackson Wade looking to continue the assault here. What a knee strike. Right to the face in the second one. This might have the same result, bro. Admittedly. I think he's front face locking him here. And now, oh man, what a shoulder break. What a shoulder breaker, RJ. Rolling out to the apron. Couldn't stay out there for long and immediately gets suplexed back in. I mean, so knowing it's your last chance if you're RJ and knowing that Jackson isn't going to come in this match to play, clearly. I mean, he's cocky, he's whatever. He's, you know, he sits that in the third. But to sit here and say that Jackson Wade, you know, a punk, and I mean, yeah, he did put a bounty on someone's head. But, oh no, this isn't looking good for RJ at all. RJ is in a terrible position here. And wait a second, sitting there trying to go for that apron powerbomb. RJ needs to do what he can to block that thing. RJ needed to do what he can to block that thing. Jackson gets back in the ring, but RJ was waiting on it with a springboard. RJ was waiting on it with a springboard. And look at this. Look at RJ Miles. Here we go. Oh, he got him. He got him. Mile-long ride. This might be over. 2. Just like an onslaught. Caught it, but couldn't put him away. But this is the time where RJ knows he got to keep fighting here. Knees. Getting them knees up there. Keeping it close this time. Not allowing a whole lot of distance. Oh, well. He had something going for a minute, and Jackson instantly shutting it down. Hand right to the face. Now look at this, RJ getting his head slammed against the top. This is deja vu all over again. And if you're RJ, this is not the type of match. This is not the way you want this match to go. I mean, and I'm sure, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying RJ hasn't learned. I'm not saying RJ isn't prepared. But when you're facing someone who got your number as much as Jackson, you do everything and anything you can to prevent this match from going the exact same way it did the first time. And so far, that has not been the case for RJ Miles as Jackson just manhandle him into the ring post. It's the second time right into that ring post. We're going to have to count of 6 here. Jackson's going to get back in, and Jackson says, all right, you know what, whatever. I'll take my title. I'll take my championship. We're at the count of 8. We're at the count of 9. We're at the count of 9, and RJ barely able to make it back in. The guy blasted with a super kick. The moment he does, and he's just struggling to barely get to his feet on the ropes here. He's using the rope for lever. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. A military press power slam. Or spine buster, sorry. Military press spine buster right into a cover, and they kick out at 2.5. Jackson probably getting a little bit frustrated with himself. He probably thought he had this one. Probably thought he had this match in the bag here. But it was just not meant to be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's sitting thinking about it, man. If he spears him. If he spears him. Oh, he hops it. He hops it again. He hops the spear. RJ trying to move here. Forearm. Here we go. Put some pep in your step, kid. This is your last shot at it. Here we go. Great time to the outside, RJ. Not letting up here. He's going to keep it going. Great splash right there. Not going to let up. Great splash putting down Jackson. Rolling back on the inside. This isn't looking too good here. Slingshot spear. He's moving. You got to move. We're going to call him up again. Slingshot spear the second time. I just realized he got to make the most of it. Opportunities in a match like this don't come often. But for the second time. Oh, no, he missed it. Oh, goodness. He got countered. Got to go for super kick. He gets countered. Look at this. RJ rolling through. RJ may have it here. 2. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Oh, RJ dropped to a knee. RJ so winded. He dropped to a knee, but look at this. He might have been playing possum. He might have been playing possum. And he might have it this time. No, he does not. I thought he was playing possum. But apparently not. He might have been, he might not have been. But regardless, this matchup continues when it needed to fade. Second time around. And I believe Jackson is cut open now. Oh, what a Russian leg sweep. The counter, whatever Arjun was going for, right to a Russian leg sweep. Oh, now the power of Jackson taking over. And them slamming, driving him into the mat. Stiff right hand, Oh man, oh goodness. Tossing him halfway across the ring. Tossing him all the way across the ring. You get halfway. All the way across the ring. Good. Ooh. First right into the midsection. I mean, Jack, RJ, you can say he put up a bit more of a fight in this match than the previous one. But I don't know if that's saying a lot. Of fall-away slam off the top of the middle rope for Jackson. Top rope height from RJ. Oh, 2 count. RJ is in this. Oh, man. Good. Just a repeated shots over and over. To the midsection right there. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. Leading him across the ring. An exploder suplex, and this is, I don't know if you're RJ how much more you can physically take in this one. I mean, they've been getting beat from pillar to post the majority of this matchup. And he's doing what he can. But it seems like what he's doing is not really, having the desired effect on Jackson. Wait a second. No way. No way. 2. Oh, man. Oh, it's the Curry. Trying to keep this big man down. Kick to the side of the head. Or trying to give him a concussion first. Whatever comes first, I guess. Oh, second time again. Second time again. Back elbow. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Whoa. Fisherman suplex right into recovery. No. Not yet. Or at least that's what RJ's hoping. RJ's hoping for it. RJ's hoping for that was a not yet cover instead of a not gonna happen cover. Meaning RJ's hoping he can end this one soon, dropping him on the top of his head. Referee scurrying around and trying to get in good position. And he finally got it. And no. 2 count again. Scurrying around, trying to find a good position. It might have caught him. We'll see. But RJ's swinging to the outside. RJ jumping to the outside. Bringing the fight to Jackson on the floor. This is what RJ needed. RJ finally getting his moment in this matchup. Gonna go to the top rope here. Not gonna give Jackson too much space. RJ Miles. Oh, well. Got caught and we saw what happened. Oh, inside. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. We're forcing the kick out of 2. And we saw what happened the last time somebody was in a position like that. That was Caden Miles, and that led to his instant defeat. But fortunately for RJ, he's still in this one. Spine first off the, oh man, right to a super kick. Goodness. Spine first off the turnbuckle, instantly into a super kick, and now a single leg Boston Crab. We usually don't even see Jackson do this, but this is just a way to wear down RJ. I don't even think Jackson cares if he made it to the rope. As long as he can wear him down, potentially for that accordion rack finisher. Oh! It's getting vicious. This getting vicious. You can tell that the energy is picked up in this place. Seeing that RJ's on the back foot, but he definitely had his moments of brilliance here with this one. Wow, I think Jackson's about to show off a little bit more of that power game that he's been showing off all match. Exploder suplex. He's calling him up, man. He might be just minutes out here from ending this one as he ran right through it. Oh, man. Ran right through him and decides, you know what? I'm going to go for the cover instead. He could have backed up, went for the spear, go for the cover instead, and gets a 2.5. Now I can see where Jackson's coming from with a little bit of the shock and all here. Now I can see where it's coming from with the frustration. Because you're doing everything in your power, sitting there thinking you got the spinning sidewalks, man. Doing everything you can to target the back of the head even in some cases. But the fact that RJ is not letting up, RJ is still going to be in your face. He's still going to, not let you slip by him. This might be over. That suplex right there might have been the final nail in the coffin for RJ Miles. I'm hop overhead, military press, spine buster. I'm sure we just need one more spear or the according rack, whatever Jackson want to use. They're going for that spear, I guess. We're going for it. Oh, wait, he hops it again. Wait, RJ Miles just hops it again. He's ready. Crowd here not too happy about it. Maybe not too happy because they either realize that not too happy with, well, maybe Jackson, because he almost would have speared RJ in half here. But RJ now is doing what he can to get back in this thing. Oh! Drive by, drop kick, down goes Jackson. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This ain't looking too good if you're Jackson Wade. Jackson is in trouble. Oh, good. Jackson is split wide open, man. Both of these men wearing the wounds of war in a battle for the AOR World Championship. The last opportunity for... What in the world is RJ doing? What in the world is RJ thinking about? Hey, he got him up. Oh, wait a second. I think he was trying to drop him on the top of that announce table. Referee at the count of 5. And now at the count of 6. RJ can't win the title that way. I think he's aware of that. And yeah, he was doing what I thought he would do. He was breaking the count, but Jackson might be knocked out right there. RJ can get him back in the ring and end this thing. Oh no. Uh-oh. This isn't looking too good for the world champion. He's in trouble. He's in massive trouble. RJ Miles got Jackson Wade. Got him with a DDT. This might be him. This might be over. We might be closing in on a new world champion. Oh! Dropped him across the apron. Dropped him across the apron. Are you kidding me? Here we go. RJ Miles. Look, Miles. Long ride. He got him. He got it. He got it. We got a new world champion. Oh, what? How? And RJ dropping to a knee, probably sitting there thinking, what in the world do I need to do? Rally him up, man. Rally the crowd. Uh-oh. RJ trying to rally the crowd, trying to rally them to get back in this thing. RJ going up top. Oh no. Oh no. He gets caught. Oh man. He got caught and dumped to the floor. Wow. The powerbomb on the barricade. Oh, man. Oh, man. The powerbomb on the barricade. Now what? The powerbomb onto the apron and fling them into the side of it. Referee at the count of 6. Jackson needs to get him back in the ring to end this one. This match can be a wrap right here. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. He's locking the accordion racket on the floor. Referee at the count of 8. Referee at the count of 8. RJ Miles has found another mean Jack on the floor, man. Get him back in the ring. Wow. You got it. Wow. Wow. For real? For real? Are you kidding me with that? So he locked in the accordion rack on the floor, made him tap out, and then just said screw it, got back in the ring for the count out. You couldn't have just pulled him in there and did that? Wow. Jackson Wade is still your world champion, and that means that RJ cannot challenge for the championship as long as that man, Jackson Wade, is the champion. What a match, though. What a match that we just witnessed. RJ still out on the floor. Well, I mean, what a contest. Out here in New Jersey is booing that. I mean, I'm sure they're not booing RJ. I'm sure they're just booing the fact that Jackson Wade is still champion. And RJ tonight, I mean, he got nothing to be ashamed of tonight. I mean, he really doesn't. I mean, he came out here fought hard. He came out here, he fought hard. He did everything. He's almost looking at the ref, pleading with him. It's like saying, is it really it? Is it really over? Did I really just lose my last chance to become world champion? And to think about how dominant Jackson Wade is, you can only imagine how long it may take for somebody to take that title off of him. And you can tell it's a disappointment. This is outright disappointment on the face of RJ Miles. I mean, he probably feels like he let himself down, probably felt like his family down, probably felt like he let his friends down, he probably felt like he let everybody down in this situation. And if you're RJ Miles, I'll say it again, you got nothing. You got absolutely nothing in the world to be ashamed of, man. I promise you. I mean, he's a great athlete. I could definitely see him, beating Caden Miles for the global championship. I could definitely see any of that, but we just got to answer the question, what's in the future of RJ Miles? If we sign out here, and there's JB. I mean, maybe looks like he's trying to console him in some way, and RJ's not having it. So the next time we see you guys, be a boss. We'll holler. See you guys later.